So I see a lot of people in these social media posts going like, you know what? Everyone in the government should be charged for this fascist takeover. Everyone, involved in the Epstein cover-up should go to jail. Everyone should be prosecuted for their crimes. They won't be prosecuted. They never will. They'll get away with it. They'll everything that this administration is doing, the corruption, um, past child molestation cases, everything that's just going to be swept under the rug. Even if like the next like Senate, House like body was majorly Democratic, I don't think, they would really be as like quick to, take action as people think they would. Here's why. Remember Abu Ghraib? Like the prison operation in which it was like thousands of people were detained based on like vague characteristics. They would detain like a bunch of Arab people, and the US soldiers would then do unhumane acts like rape, sexual assault, pedophilia, commit all these violent acts. They merely get like a slap on the wrist, and the colonel who's in charge of the whole prison operation, right? She gets like demoted one rank to like I think colonel, but she gets her full retirement benefits. The victims will never see justice. The soldiers who perpetrated the inhumane acts will get away with it, right? They won't get anything. They get a documentary in which they're featured, making them look sympathetic. But then that's it. You don't see anything, you don't see anyone like talk about how a lot of the people who were responsible for Abu Ghraib, they just got off scot-free. That's the reality. If our politicians, if like, our blue politicians really cared about justice and like taxing the billionaires, for example, they should have done it a long time ago. They should have probably done it when like Obama was in charge, right? And you can say like, oh, but bureaucracy and everything is like, everyone is just here to like hold a seat just because, they have to satisfy their donors. That is very true. But we cannot deny the fact that this fascist takeover has not been, it just kind of, it just happened, right? And a lot of people are like, well, this is just happened. Our government is just, like it's also happening from the left. The left is just not doing anything about it. Aside from maybe like a few politicians, right? The majority of the left, they don't care. They're just doing this just to. They don't care. They're not. Even if they care, they're certainly not doing anything about it. Like I'm not saying MAGA is any better. Don't get me wrong. Fuck MAGA. Fuck the right for what it is right now. They're fucking fascist pieces of shit. I've always been critical of the right. But like, even if we were to be like, you know what, let's vote blue every single time. I was talking about some of this about with my friends yesterday. Sorry, stuttering as fuck. Will they really care? Do they really care about us? No. They care about the billionaires, the oligarchy. Those are the people in power, ladies and gentlemen. Like it or not. They don't care about you. They don't care about veterans. They don't care about, I don't want to put them in the same category, but like the Epstein victims. Everyone who's involved in that, they don't care to prosecute them. I've seen only maybe like one senator who's like, let's get this like out and about, Everyone has been everyone on the left mostly has been complicit in this takeover from the US government. And you can say like, oh well, Trump has like instilled his own cronies into his like into important positions of like the Supreme Court, into like Congress, into like the House. But some of the responsibility also falls on the Democrats in office. Some of them are just late. They just didn't do anything to stop this. That's why when they say trust the system, I mean, historically, when has the system ever worked? You tell me.